The idea of alternating large and sound is called the Ritornello principle.
Imagine your child having half of their college completed by the time they've graduated high school. It is the reality for every Boone County School District student, and the cost to parents is minimal.
A student in Boone County schools can graduate with an associate's degree that only costs them $2,200.
Through a partnership with NKU, Thomas More, and Gateway College, students attend college for a half a day while spending the other half at their high school. In 1 year, they have the potential of earning 24 credit hours and 48 credit hours after 2 years. These dual credit classes are held at Gateway, taught by professors from NKU, Thomas More, and Gateway.
So that's the poetry that goes with the first movement.
Thomas More professor Andrew Winter teaches music appreciation, a dual credit class at Gateway.
The high school students who take dual credit classes are a slight cut above the usual high school student. And in general, I find that they're higher achievers than the general ed college student that I typically have as well.
I think the difficulty level, it's not that much above high school at all. If you just took AP classes or anything at high school, I think it's about the same difficulty as here.
Daniel will have an associate's degree when he graduates and plans to pursue a mechanical or chemical engineering degree. Just like Daniel, Rebecca Rupel is taking 4 dual credit classes: Music Appreciation, English 101, World Civ, and Sociology online.
I didn't feel the purpose of having a year in between, like the most important year of high school and then college, to just slack off. So I wanted to get a head start, and it really has given me that.
This program also provides students with college-level experiences while students are still in high school, so they are better prepared for the college experience.
You talk about the world being completely open to these kids when they graduate, and we couldn't be more excited about it.
Employers are looking to hire employees who come out of high school and college prepared with skills. And one of the most needed skill sets in Greater Cincinnati is design.
I mean, everything that you sit around is design. Everything you watch on television is design. Every web page you watch is design. And the branding capital of the world, it's not in New York City, it's not in San Francisco. The best designers in the world are in Greater Cincinnati.
Okay, so 2.
And so another career pathway offered to Boone County school students is the School of Design, targeted to students interested in art and design careers. This is also a half-day course offering at Gateway. Scott Richards is the interactive media instructor. He also teaches Intro to Media Arts, Moving Image Animation, and Virtual Design.
My goal is to teach them how to be good designers, how to utilize the art skills that they have, that they bring to me, but kind of tweak them and transform them more into the design realm, so that when they have those prerequisite skills, then they can then go into the software and they can develop whatever it is they need to develop. So take it from a conception to completion.
With Mr. Richards here helping me get certified in Photoshop, Dreamweaver, Illustrator, those are things, like I said, not only can I take to a college, but I can put on my resume.
It's super fun. Like, we get to do so much. I've learned so much from it, and the people in that class are honestly amazing. They're there for the same thing you are.
Those days of teachers lecturing at the front of the classroom while students sit at desks are long gone. That traditional education no longer works for every student. Many students possess hidden talents. And in Boone County, education is innovatively evolving to expose those talents to get these students started on a successful college career and life-ready path. Known for innovation, the Boone County School District offers exciting new ways for students to learn through the Imagineering Academy. The Imagineering Academy is a place where students are self-directed learners.
Meaning that they are in charge of their own learning. They know what works best for them, how to manage their own academic success, but also set goals for what they want to do outside of high school and how they want to use what they learn in high school to be successful later.
It's definitely a different approach to education. I really think that the students are grabbing it and running with it. They're enthusiastic, they are motivated on a daily basis.
This is Jessica Isaac's visual arts and design class. Students here are working on Mindy art and henna tattoos. They are also creating and designing an interactive Super Mario's theme mural for the Alternative Center for Education. The Imagineering Academy offers high school students several options of learning a skill or trade while getting a high school diploma. It includes robotics, Northern Kentucky Home Builders Association, project-based learning, and virtual school. Students in all of Boone County high schools also have the option of attending design school, earning experience as a makerspace intern, and/or attending early college.
Traditional high school has not always served every student, and we want to make sure that every student in Boone County has the opportunity to be successful and learn the way that they need to learn.
Mrs. Taylor's class just completed a biosphere project and are now working on a service project to benefit patients of Children's Hospital.
So we're actually learning a lot of business skills, and we're able to use our own creativity, and it's all for the good of others.
We are doing these large-scale, service-oriented projects that really help students on the life skills, the habits of success that really transfer in work ethic.
We're finding ways to create and design things that can help benefit the community. We've had many ideas like running through the classroom so far, but right now we're working on something called Buddy Bracelets, and it's for a cancer charity that we're basically developing, where we design bracelets for adults that when they are purchased, they benefit the children at Cincinnati Children's Hospital.
Many students face various barriers which can rob them from obtaining or completing their education. Social and emotional issues, medical issues, bullying, not feeling comfortable in a traditional school setting, just to name a few. These students now have an alternative. It's called virtual school, and it has a 100% success rate. Michael Brossert, a recent graduate of Boone County Schools, completed part of his senior year in virtual school, something his mother highly recommends.
Instead of sitting through a classroom where he's having to go through everything that everyone else is, he was able to take the pretest, move forward to the post-test, take it, move on to the next topic. In 2 days, math was finished.
Jessica Brossert, who is an instructional coach, says her son is smart, but just wasn't challenged by the typical classroom and needed to be able to work at his own pace.
He likes to read, but the writing is a struggle for him. So that's when Miss Walters worked with him at the virtual school to get through the writing task.
Leslie Walters is a virtual school instructor and special ed teacher. She helps students navigate their virtual school courses and transcripts, making sure they have enough credit hours and are on course to graduate.
They use Play-Doh software, and they have a login, and they log in, and their schedule or their classes are on there. And so they typically will start off maybe with an elective credit and try to finish that one off first, just to get an idea of how the programs run. But they work through a tutorial. They take a short quiz at the end of each tutorial, and at the end of each big unit, there's a test, a unit test.
So virtual school students can choose to come to a brick and mortar building to learn, or they can study at their own pace at home online. Play-Doh software provides them an individual education experience with courses that cater to their individual learning styles.
Our data shows that roughly 40 of those kids from last year would have been dropouts had it not been for the virtual school program. So that saved them from being a dropout. Now they have a high school diploma because of it.
It has been interesting. We're actually finding kids that are outside the district moving into the district for the program. Once we start breaking down some of these barriers and kind of getting these kids proud to be students again, is the things that we've been able to do with them.
Aria Watson, an Imagineering Academy student, was in trouble until she was discovered. She was bored by traditional teaching and ended up in fights at her high school. She came to the Imagineering Academy and started creating.
I like building. I didn't know that before.
Aria built and designed a xylophone out of PVC tubing. It needed to be tuned, and no one knew how to do that. After all, this was a unique kind of xylophone. But then Aria came up with a mathematical equation to tune it. So not only does Aria have a talent to build, she's also excellent at math. Jacob Kramer says he didn't see much of a future for himself because traditional school didn't work for him. He has a part-time job supporting his family, but he was willing to give virtual school a try.
That was one of my biggest problems. I couldn't sit and focus. I couldn't get the homework done. I just always had problems just sitting there with a piece of paper in front of me, and I couldn't stay focused.
Last year, Jacob was part of the student group that created these playhouses. He actually designed a unique frame for one of them.
I created an A-frame design for the Christmas Expo, and that was the only A-frame that they had built, and it was just very wonky.
The student who saw no future for himself now wants to go into carpentry, welding, and masonry. Another option through collaboration of the Northern Kentucky Home Builders Association. Brilliant minds and hidden talents that would have never been discovered through traditional teaching. The construction industry is facing the greatest workforce shortage since World War II. Carpenters, plumbers, electrical engineers are all at or near retirement age. Home builders are behind on construction projects because they have few skilled workers to call on. That's why Boone County Schools has teamed up with the Northern Kentucky Home Builders Association.
We start kids in their sophomore year where they learn kind of a jack of all trades. They learn plumbing, they learn carpentry, they learn finishing, they learn electricity, they learn some basic HVAC. Pretty much enough to go in and take care of a home, or be in a property maintenance, or even possibly be a house flipper.
This is an opportunity for these students to learn a skill or trade that will secure employment for them and possibly lead to them one day owning their own business. The entry-level salary for high school graduates skilled in these trades is in upwards of $40,000 a year. Boone County Schools recently acquired the old Florence Firehouse for students to work on projects like these playhouses and robotics. Imagineering students are putting the finishing touches to this handicapped accessible 2-story playhouse they built for a terminally ill child and her siblings.
So this gives them an outlet for that. They can actually come over, they can see a project, they can move about, they can use their hands, and they're using their mind at the same time, but using their hands and seeing real things develop.
Now that I see that I'm capable of doing these things and I can do all these things, and this school's actually given me more opportunities to learn and learn things like this, things that are going to help me in my later life, my life when I get older, when I turn 18, so I can get a job in the workforce.
Boone County Schools even offers internships. No longer just for the college student, internships provide valuable high school experience for students' resumes. These high school students were selected to be part of Navigo Prep, a college and career readiness program. Navigo Prep is at Northern Kentucky Makerspace, working in collaboration with Toyota in the Toyota Engineering Room. On this day, the students are voting on the project they want to embark on, creating a scented candle that retains its scent to the end.
I think it's exciting to give back to kids who are very excited to learn about STEM and how they can use a Toyota process in their day-to-day life, in school, and in their future careers.
And there's nothing more valuable as you're working with kids and trying to help them to kind of figure this out, to have real live professionals that are out there in the real world doing it to also be a part of that process.
So, the students have selected their project, and these Toyota engineers are teaching them what is involved in the design process. Define the problem, research it, brainstorm solutions, build a prototype, and test and redesign. Josh Gray knows he wants to be an engineer, but not sure what kind of engineer just yet.
I like how we're learning more about engineering, and I like how we're learning to do better college searches and trying to, figure out what we want to do in our life, job-wise.
Robotics is another STEM option for Boone County School students who are interested in mechanics and engineering. Boone County Schools robotics teams have gone to many competitions and won many awards over the years.
What I love about the FIRST Robotics program is that they bring in technical mentors to inspire the students. So the mentor's role is not to build the robot for the kids or to tell the students how to build the robot. It's to give them inspiration in their experiences that the students can then use to learn how to build, how to develop, how to design, how to program.
New to the robotics team is Iris Brunt, a senior at Cooper High planning to major in computer science.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the team actually interacts, and maybe if I learn enough there, I will be able to be the human player next round.
David Hawley has been with the robotics team since his freshman year. He's now a senior at Ryle, planning to major in aerospace engineering. He loves the competition.
It's crazy. It's 50 different teams from around the globe at each of these regionals. Last year we did 2, one at Huntsville in Alabama, one here in Cincinnati. In Cincinnati, there's a team from Japan, 2 teams from Canada, and it's a great mix of cultures, different robot designs, different robot philosophies, and it's a lot of fun. It's very competitive. This robotics has given me a good foundation to set the rest of my life on.
A foundation available to all Boone County students. Boone County Schools, imagineering innovative ways to educate, employing new ideas to engage the imagination, creating the pathway for students to be college, career, and life ready.